Welcome to a new edition of the M&G YouGov Inflation Expectation Survey. Every quarter, M&G and YouGov partner up to survey over 8,000 consumers globally. Consumers in the UK, consumers in Asia and consumers in Europe. In our survey, we ask about general inflation forecasts over 1 and 5 years. But we also ask about confidence that central banks will achieve price stability, confidence in government economic policy, and whether consumers think they will be better or worse off in the near term. We believe these results can have implications for central bank monetary policy, consumer spending, and of course, for government economic policy. The results of the M&G YouGov Inflation Expectation Survey for the third quarter of 2015 will be somewhat comforting for central banks in the UK, Europe, and Asia. The decelerating trend in consumer inflation expectations that we have witnessed during the last few quarters appears to have stabilised in most countries and even reversed in some of them. This is most evident in the UK, where short-term and long-term inflation expectations have moderately increased from recent lows to 1.5% over 1 year and 2.6% over 5 years. In Europe, after a heated summer for financial markets, with renewed weakness in commodity prices, European inflation has dropped to historically low levels. In spite of this, we find that long-term consumer expectations in all surveyed countries remain well anchored above the ECB's long-term price stability target. Looking further afield, amongst consumers that we survey, Singaporeans appear the most confident in that their central bank, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, will achieve price stability over the medium term. Despite Singapore inflation being negative since November 2014, inflation remains a concern for around 77% of Singapore households. This is elevated compared to Europe and compared to the UK, which have also experienced low levels of inflation lately. New this quarter, the M&G YouGov Inflation Expectation Survey features 3 guest questions to assess public sentiment towards sovereign bailouts, home prices, and online shopping trends. We specifically asked consumers if they would support their country in providing financial help to another European member country in financial distress. In general, we found there is very low support for sovereign bailouts across the UK and across Europe. However, we also found Spain and Italy to be the 2 most supportive countries, with 43% of respondents in the case of Spain in favour of helping neighbouring countries. Finally, when it comes to house prices, we find some interesting results across the UK, Europe and Asia. In the UK, for example, consumers reported back to us that over the next 12 months, they expect house prices to rise by an average of 4% nationwide and 5% in London alone. This is in line with the current growth rate. However, Hong Kong consumers appear less optimistic about their housing market. Most consumers today expect a significant slowdown after home prices hit record highs in 2014. If you're interested in the survey or would like any further information, please visit bonvigilantes.com/inflation survey, where the full report is available for download. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to hearing any insights you might have.